And welcome back, everyone, to your favourite YouTuber's favourite YouTuber, of course. Today we're going to be talking about the last game of this Premier League midweek fixtures. Yeah, let's call it that. We had Tottenham, Liverpool. That was a good game. It was a good game until Liverpool's third goal, anyway. But all right. Where should we start with this one? So first off, good round of football. A bit of VAR, BS, which I think I might make a video about VAR, discussing my thoughts about it in in a pretty more organised manner. But Son's goal disallowed for like a centimetre offside. Anyway, I guess that's how football's played today, but so that's is disappointing from a Tottenham point of view. Otherwise, in the first half, it was pretty even until a certain point where Liverpool kind of started to dominate the game, and the goal was coming at the end of that first half, with of course the Firmino goal, where questions about the defense, and today Tottenham's defense was a long way away from being impeccable. I think it's difficult, because it is a good cross from Mane, and you'd want Dyer or Lloris to do something. At the end of the day, none of them do anything. But I think it's more on Lloris's fault, because Dyer's in that awkward position where he's face towards the goal, and it's got the ball coming in. You want to get it an own goal, it's struggling. It's going to be difficult. But, end of first half, 1-0 for Liverpool. I think it's pretty fair. It's a pretty fair assessment of how it went. It could have been 0-0. I think that would have been fair as well. Then, you got Kane coming off injured. Right now, don't know the severity of that injury. So hope it's not too bad, because it honestly showed that Kane wasn't with Liverpool in that with Tottenham in that second half, which, really penalised them, because Lamela can show some quality, but wasn't right there. And Matip coming off as well for Liverpool, which doesn't help with their injury problems at the back. Even though if they were pretty solid this game, no big errors. Of course, then you got the 2-0. What to say again about that? The commentators here were blaming Lloris, saying he deflects it kind of into Trent's path. I think it's maybe a bit harsh. Just the defence was completely passive on the whole action of that goal. So I think it's more of a team, a team goal that was, like a team error, let's say, not individual. And then, of course, Tottenham come back with that goal to make it 2-1. Magnificent strike from Højbjerg, who didn't have the best of games, to be honest. Tottenham were kind of inexistent in the midfield, except Ndombele, who is just class. He's been class the whole season. Probably one of the most underrated players in the Prem, just because he plays for Tottenham. But after that second goal, you could feel the Tottenham energy, and it's a shame why they didn't capitalise on it. I thought, when they went 2-0 down, they were like, all right, it's either we go for the game now or we lose. And, so they went for it. They got the goal, nearly felt like they were surprised by it. So then they were like, all right, we're going to go back to our Mourinho tactics and give Liverpool the ball, etc. Where, the third Liverpool goal... Well, first you have Salah's goal, that's disallowed. For handball, Firmino. Once again, VAR... Well, I won't talk about the VAR problems, because it will get me going into another subject, but yeah. So the Liverpool third goal, once again, questions from the defence. Young Joe Rogan in there. I'm not sure he's had a lot of games this season, and it showed that goal. Once again, I think it's kind of the same to the first goal, where you got Joe Rogan, he's in front of Lloris, both are hesitating what to do with the ball, and it goes in, and after that the game was pretty dead. So, what to take away, really? Liverpool do go back from touching distance with Man U. So, They're 3 points away from Man U, 4 points away from the top right now, even if that would probably be more. Now, in the last video I did on Liverpool, I said they were out of the title race. I still think they are, to be honest. I mean, maybe it might be a bit harsh, but I think it depends how well Trent goes back. If he can keep the form from this game, they might have a shot. But, looking at their next fixtures, you've got West Ham away, which West Ham do not need to be slept on, even if they haven't had the best of games against the top 6 this season. Then you've got Brighton, which should be a win. But then you've got 3 super important fixtures against City, Leicester and Everton. I think we'll be able to have a clearer, state of mind after that five games. We could talk about Liverpool again after those 5 games, and then we'll see if they're still in for a shout. But for now, I think it's too close to call. I'd be more on the side that they don't have a chance than they do. But again, that's something time will tell us, of course. And from a Tottenham perspective, disappointing. I mean, it's kind of been the story of their season. I don't know. Top 4's too far away. I know they still have a game in hand. If they win that, they're only 1 point behind Liverpool. But I mean, another season of Europa League. Yes. I mean, I don't know if Tottenham fans will take that necessarily, but it's this point. I think now the main objective for Liverpool this season, I think it'll be the League Cup final and the FA Cup Europa League. If they get 2 titles, let's say from this season, so either FA Cup, League Cup and Europa League, it would be a win for them. Otherwise, I will be pretty worried. Not a lot of positives right now to take away from the Tottenham season, so it's pretty worrying for them. But all in all, that's it. That was a run of games. We had a lot of games this week, and we still have some games on the weekend. So another big Man U Arsenal game coming up. But I'll try to make a review and watch that one. But we'll see. And of course, I'll come at you guys with the anticipated mascot video that I have not yet started. But anyway, if you've made it this far, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.